Welcome to another episode of Final Touch TV. I'm Greg Louse of Final Touch Detailing. Our episode for the day is removing oxidation from a vehicle, so you can see how oxidized this vehicle is. Also, we're going to use high-speed buffer with the foam pad, which is going to be the finishing touches on removing of the oxidation in the work. And for safety, you should always have a pair of safety glasses. And we're going to use compound start. And what we're going to use is a light compound, which is made by 3M. It's called Super Duty. It's a light, heavy-duty compound. It's a light compound, but it's a little heavy. It has less grit. You need a gritty compound, and if you don't have a gritty compound, they do have other compounds that you can use that doesn't have grit in it. But usually, when you're dealing with oxidation, it's better to have a compound that has grit in it, because it helps pull the oxidation off. And also what it does with the wool pad, it heats up the paint, which gives it a better shine, and you can see as it goes off, as we demonstrated. Okay? What we're going to do, we're going to start on this border right here. As for our first step, we're going to use a heavy-duty compound. You see I'm rubbing it on so that way it doesn't splatter all over the windows and everywhere, even though you probably wash your car afterwards anyway, so it doesn't much matter. So we're going to the wool pad right now. Very careful when you're using the wool pad, especially when you hit the edges here, because it can burn the paint very easily. It can burn the edges. So what you can do, you can buy some detailer's tape and put on that edge, and just be real careful when you go. And when you see how I was moving the buffer, which is going in nice, slow, and even, so we can try to work the compound in. And that's what you want to do. So your next step, what you want to do, you have the number 3 mirror glaze, which will help bring the shine up. Just flip your rag around. Pull some on your rag. Rub it on. Just keep it from spraying all over you and the car as well. Not so much worried about the car, but just spraying it all over yourself. Okay, we're going to take nice easy strokes. Take your time, nice and slow. It puts the finishing touch that has a polish and a wax in it. And what you want to do, you just want to wipe it down. And what I strongly recommend, after you do all those steps right there, is take some paste wax to seal it. The paste wax is pretty good. I think it's, me personally, I like paste waxes versus liquid waxes. So I would strongly suggest that you put a strong paste wax on it. And the wax that I use is made by Costco. It's called Magic Wax. It's a carnauba wax. Very good wax, lasts a while, and leaves a nice shine, and it seals everything pretty good. What I'm going to apply for the finishing touches is what I was telling you about, is the Magic Wax, which is made by Costco Incorporated. And also, when you wax a vehicle, I'll give you a little trick. When you read the label on a car, it tells you go in a circular motion. Well, you never want to go in a circular motion. That's how you get what they call the spider web scratches. You want to go the way that a car is painted back and forth. So you want to stay with the grain of the paint. When you go in a circular motion, that's how you get your scratches, what they call the spider web scratches. So when you wax it, you want to wax like this. You want to go back and forth. So you rub your wax in, you can let it dry, you put it on light, and then you can take your rag and wipe it off. And this car as well, it's an older car, it's been sitting a long time. We detailed this vehicle, we pulled the seats out of it, which I will show you as we go along. And this car has been sitting for probably 8-9 years. So you can imagine how that looks. Well, you can see how it looks. And this car has enamel paint. Back up until the late 80s, early 90s, well, the late 90s, early 90s, they started putting more clear coat on the cars, so the cars don't oxidize as much. Very rarely do they oxidize at all. But the older models, you can always bring them back because that enamel paint, the paint's thicker than the cars that you have today. And like I said, they don't have as much clear. The clear is pretty much mixed in the paint. So that's why they oxidize. It's not like a clear coat that is applied after the car has been painted. That's the difference between the enamel and the clear. So I'm sure that they still use enamel, but they fill it with a clear to keep it from dulling out. So that concludes our episode for today on car oxidation. For more information, you can go to my website, finaltestdetailing.net, if you have any questions. Thank you. Have a good day.